I know it's been a little second. I was playing catch up with myself, not mustard, just ketchup. Anyways, I want to talk a little bit about what's been going on in my little world. And hopefully it can help some people out. I really want to talk about a lot of people coming on track and waking up. A lot of people waking up to new realities, new ways of seeing things and observing things. And I've personally been taking a nice little break, slowing down, giving myself permission to take care of myself and enjoy it. Okay. And there's something I just want to clarify, and I'm just going to be really blunt and direct, is that we're going through an awakening. Yay. I don't know if you knew this. Yay. Congratulations. You all signed up to be a part of this great, wonderful experience. Yay. Sometimes it can feel like the world's caving in on you and what the fuck. And sometimes it can happen like that all day long. You feel like your body's all tired and what the hell, your body's aching. And then the next day you're on like cloud 9. You're like, what the hell is that? I feel like I'm on acid. What's going on? The ascension. Okay, the ascension. We are ascending as as the masters did, as Buddha, Kuan Yin, Lao Tzu, Christ. We are ascending. Now, some people think that ascending means that we're leaving the planet, when in actuality it's about anchoring into the body, an embodiment, and becoming light into our body. Okay? And now, I don't want you to get all weirded out, and most of you probably already know a lot about this stuff, but I just want to kind of clarify it. It's about wellness, it's about self-care, it's about loving yourself in new ways, so your energy can come back here. Every time you think something negatively about yourself, it creates a fragmentation of your reality. So the more you say better things, the more you heal yourself and learn how to heal yourself, the easier it is to come in here and be present. But with today's society and all of us on our cell phones and texting and oh my God, Shannon, oh my gosh, Shannon, poor Shannon. Here's the thing, is that we open ourselves up so much to things that we perceive to where we actually literally dissolve our energetic boundaries, and then we get absorbed and mesmerized into what we're watching. Oh my God, Snapchat. Oh my God, the news. When you're in that space like a zombie, that's when you download information. And so what's going on is that we really, really, really actually, do you guys ever go through that phase of you're like late night and you're like, oh my God, I have to scroll through the phone. Oh my God, I have all my certain websites I have to go through and check out. Do you ever do that? Be honest. Okay. When we do that, we're literally forcing our energy out of ourselves. And we must ask, is this energy that we're forcing out of ourselves, is that actually fueling you? Or is it actually taking away from your potential? So the ascension and the embodiment is all about basically The universe is trying to become you. Okay? We are ascending as the ascended masters did. We are anchoring in, as Bruce Lipton says, heaven on earth. You know, we are anchoring in a new light. And as we learn to look at things in a new way, we start changing the world. One by one. That's pretty cool. Where previously it was like, oh, must go fight, change. And that's not actually efficient anymore. If you notice, the more you try to give, the more it actually takes away from you. So what I'm actually going through is I've actually put my little business on pause for a little bit. Okay. And I'm only helping. I'm only reaching out. I'm fueled up. Where before I was kind of like giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving because I felt responsible to, like I should. But then I went through this whole process of, oh, wait, that's guilt. Wow, I was doing a lot of giving based on guilt. Because I felt guilty as if I didn't. And so I had to clear that. And go, oh, okay, so how do I clear guilt? So as I cleared this guilt, I go, oh, wait, okay, cool, I can take care of myself. And when and if I have extra energy, I'm going to give it up to, I'm going to be able to share some, okay? And then I'm going to be able to access the flow. I'm going to be able to, get back into my body and mind me and take care of me in new ways. But what embodiment is literally when you start, the ascension process is a purification process. Okay? Think of it as if you could just detox your body. And I'm talking about detoxing your body from everything from like booze and alcohol, drugs, whatever, but also to negative beliefs, negative self-talk, but also even going in to, when you realize that you are pure and that you are innocent, there's no fragmentations of split different realities going on. So when that happens, it's this aspect of embodiment that occurs. And it's a brilliant feeling. And, I'll walk around with goosebumps a mile high, and it's a very blissful feeling. And each word that I say becomes more powerful than, other words or other times. And I'm not trying to reach out into other people's fields to try to assist them, but I wanted to let people know that a really important thing with this is acknowledging that, are you giving so much in your life because there's an aspect of guilt fueling the reason to give? Okay? If we're giving because we feel guilty, that means we're neglecting our own selves in order to give for fear of that we might not be accepted or abandonment or all these other things. But guilt is a very, very deep underlying emotion that stems into many, many different aspects of the wounded healer and all these things. So when we go into self-care, when we talk about self-care and self-love, I want to bring up the fact that self-care and self-love, really these days, we need to start looking at the basics. So a lot of people are, oh my God, I went and got a massage. But did you eat breakfast? Did you brush your teeth? Did you take care of your basic human needs? The basic human needs that allow you to feel safe. So if your body and if your mind is perceiving that you aren't safe because you're neglecting your own basic human needs, you're going to feel very scattered. I'm talking about sleep, talking about brushing your teeth, combing your hair. If you spend all the time putting your makeup on, but you don't feed yourself, you don't give your body your nourishment, the food that you require. These are little things, the foundation, the basics of self-care. And in today's society, it's so easy to race out the door, to give your all to something else because there's a perception of lack, or because you're stressed out, because you're all unbalanced. So how do we get in a balance? First off, know you can. Know that it's happening. The easiest way and the most important thing you will need to know during this whole spiritual awakening is letting go. WTF, Danny, what does that mean? Well, I'll tell you. You'll hear the term surrender often. You'll hear people talking about surrender and whatnot, and what does that actually mean? When you are processing emotions, when emotions are arising because they're being released. Now, something that's arising to be released, if you go to hold on to it, but it's trying to break away, that's going to cause a little conflict of interest. So here's a good way to let go. You know, when people go, oh my gosh, I need to feel the emotions. A lot of times we've already processed a lot of the pain, a lot of the hurt, a lot of the wounding. And so all the shadow work that people are talking about, this stuff is coming up to be released. When I say released, think of it as it's coming up for you to bless it, to say thank you. Thank you for what you have taught me. Thank you for the knowledge and wisdom that you've been a part of in my life. Thank you. As hard as that experience was, I hear you, I feel you, I see you. Thank you. Bless it. Okay. Each one of these different emotions and belief structures and actions that are a symptom of this original emotion or whatnot, sometimes addictions formed out of guilt, lots of things are formed from guilt. So what would it be like to start creating from a space of innocence, from a space of knowing that I can let go, knowing that now is a moment, and in this moment I can choose to let go, just as I have been taught that I need to hold on. We've been taught, programmed, that we have to hold on. Hold on for safety. Or we should reframe that to hold on for familiarity, because that's what the subconscious mind is doing. So what if you started to develop a habit of letting go for your peace of mind? What if all these things that are coming up to the forefront of your mind are being released like a detox? If you're trying to detox something, you don't go, oh wait, hi, wait, I still want you. You drink more water. You let go. You let it purge. Now, have you guys noticed how everything's going like this and very, very woo? If you're as energetically sensitive as I am, the key to it all is to really just be like, hey, this is something that isn't mine. I've been working on a new session for myself, and it's been amazing. But really getting to the nitty-gritty of letting go, changing my subconscious beliefs to knowing that I don't need to hold on. I'm totally, completely safe. In fact, I'm more safe now that I let go. The only thing that's telling you that this stuff is yours is your habit of holding on. It's a habit. Habits can be changed. When we hold on to things, we start getting weighed down, right? It's like you got a million thoughts in your head. It's like you can't get up for a breath of fresh air. It's like you're treading water and another wave's coming in. Let go. All that stuff, it's not yours. What's interesting to think about is that it's not yours. It's only yours because you choose to own it. Now, the key to this whole awakening process is perception. It's perception and beliefs. Bruce Lipton talks about it. Joe Dispenza talks about it. I talk about it. Everything is energy. Thoughts and beliefs have density and mass to them. They weigh. Everything's energy. Words have a density to them. If you close your eyes and go, I'm a shitbag piece of poo, your body goes, ugh. But if you say, I'm a human being doing the best that I can and I'm feeling better, or I can feel better, I can choose to feel better. Notice how your body feels when you think and say these two different things. So what if we started to get in the habit of saying better things more and more and more? The more you learn to love yourself with your thoughts and your mindfulness, your practices, your different ways of being, the more aligned you are going to start experiencing life. You're going to start feeling happier. Because you can let go. Again, we've been taught to hold on. We've been taught to label things. We've been taught to diagnose ourselves. We've been taught to reach outside of ourselves for our own stability and power and strength, which creates codependency, which creates more lack of energetic boundaries, which creates more. So the opposite of this would be, let's start something new. And this is really what is going on, is that everybody's waking up to discover that their ways of thinking, feeling, experiencing, and perceiving life is being shifted. It's being forced to be shifted by different energy coming in. This is what we signed up for. Okay? The sun is shifting, the earth is shifting, we are shifting because we're a part of it. Okay? We're also assisting in the process. And a beautiful side effect is that our hearts are opening. We're starting to become more heightened and aware of different things going on in the world. Sometimes to the point where it seems overwhelming. So you can let that overwhelm completely wreck your life and go, fuck this, I want out. We'd rather you not do that, because there's ways of actually getting here and knowing that it's safe. Okay? Or you can really start these just little tweaks throughout your day. The basic self-care needs. Am I getting enough sleep? Am I eating the right foods? Shit, even start with, maybe I'm eating food that I know isn't good for me, but I'm feeling better about it. you know? But we have to start somewhere, and everybody's at a different stage. Everybody's at a different place. We have some spiritual people who are like, oh my gosh, crystal galaxies of light and light language. And I'm like, okay, cool. But then there's also people who are going through the thick of depression and really feeling as though life is so hard right now. And I was there. I wasn't super, super transparent about it because I didn't want to freak people out, but I was there last year. And I got to the point where I was so afraid. Got to the point where nothing had meaning. And what was the point? But I realized that I had to go through that in order to give everything a new coat of meaning. It was kind of like a death and rebirth. It was really interesting. It was very difficult. Okay, so people go, why are you in Arizona? I'm all, because something needed to change. And so when we start looking at life through the eyes, through the magical lens of, as I let go to the story and the belief that I am responsible to the pain that I see with my eyes, you can become more fueled, more radiant. And here's another thing is that doesn't mean you're a selfish bastard, doesn't mean you're a shithead because you're taking care of yourself. What it means is that you're starting to love yourself and fuel yourself and know that your worthiness, your innocence is one to be truly admired by your own love. There's nothing more powerful than a human being starting to fall in love with themselves. Nothing more powerful than that. But when you realize the power of the beliefs of all beliefs of you falling in love with yourself and letting go of anything else, it doesn't mean you're an asshole. It actually allows yourself to be more compassionate for everybody you come into contact with. It allows you to automatically grant permissions with just a smile. It allows you to be free of the pain and the suffering in the world. It's only yours if you choose to make it. Now here's the thing, and that comes from that codependency, that guilt. And so now compassion, healing from a space of compassion and having fuel in your giving and your choices to give after you've taken care of yourself is a very, very, very great thing because you're not harming yourself and your way of helping the other person is way more effective because you're not energetically going into their space and then being kind of, okay, so it's a really interesting thing to think about. And I tried talking about this many, many years ago, and I got a lot of shit for it. And people were like, what? But now people are really, really starting to understand that it is our responsibility to take care of ourselves. It's an accountability thing, a responsibility thing. But as we do such, then we have the ability to assist others. There was a reason why I was feeling unmotivated in my work. I love my client work, but I was not wanting to run a business. Man, that was driving me crazy. Because I was drained. I was tired. I'm like, So I'm taking a break. I'm taking a siesta. I'm going to share when I am energized too. Okay. But also, I wanted to talk about this letting go thing because it really, really, really is the most important thing that you need to know. And that is on a psychic level, on an energetic level. You're all psychic, by the way. Hey. You're all healers, by the way. Okay. Just accept it. You are. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Are you going to try to heal everybody with an empty tank of gas? Or are you going to do it from a space of feeling empowered and uplifted? So I'm filling up my tank right now. And one of the things I used to tell my clients, I'm like, why would you offer to take everybody to school on a bus that had no gas in it? It's kind of pointless, right? Oh, but I can. And wait, we're out of gas. Okay. The body has a certain capacity. And oftentimes we are drinking Red Bull, French presses of coffee, doing all these things to ignore your body and what it's saying in terms of what capacity you're at. When you start giving beyond that capacity, that's when your frequency starts lowering, and it makes you more susceptible to empathing negative crap. And that's when you start going into creating future negative outcomes. And that's when your body goes, warning, 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 warning. Anxiety, 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 warning, warning, warning. It's okay, I'll just ignore that. I can go have another Red Bull and I'll push through it, even though I've only had 4 hours of sleep. I'll just ignore it, and then I'll just complain on Facebook that my anxiety sucks, and then not doing anything about it, and then I'll be okay. Or you can pay attention to your body and go, I'm going to try to do something new and give my body what it needs. These things that we're experiencing are symptoms of an imbalance. Your body is always seeking balance. Always. If your body is always seeking balance, how can we learn to assist our body so it feels better, so it runs on its optimum? What things can you think about that will give you more fuel? Okay. Guarantee you, watching the news right now is not a source of fuel. Arguing with people about beliefs, trying to switch somebody else's mind, that is not a way of fueling you. Quite the opposite. Political discussions? No. I have all these kids I'm going to take to school on the school bus with no gas, and I'm going to have a political discussion first. Doesn't work like that. But you're going to notice that your sensitivity to these different things are going to become a little bit more. And you'll notice this because your brain will start becoming more overactive. Your body will start feeling more sluggish. You start moving into a little bit of a woe is me thing because you're not paying attention to your body's needs. Okay? So again, this is the ascension process. We are removing old habits and behaviors that are weighing us down. Okay? As we purge these things, there's a natural process that, that's a feather blowing in the wind. That's weird. I don't know where you came from. But letting go. Think of all these things as going, I need to be released from you because you're too radiant for me to hang out in your field anymore. So I need to be released. And this can be an emotion or thoughts or anything that's kind of funky. It needs to be released. It's like, oh my God, it's like so vibrant and loving in that person's space. I can't withstand it here anymore. But then meanwhile, you're going, but wait, I'm used to you. I'm used to you, you old program that makes me feel like doo-doo. I'm used to you come back, and then you try to bring it back, and you cling on and you cling on when it's going, just thank me and let me go. I can't, it doesn't, all this stuff, all these emotions and fears and worries and all that stuff, they don't want to be with you anymore because you're too awesome. That's it. You're too cool for shitty thoughts. That's it. You're evolving. You're so awesome that shitty thoughts and shitty feels can't chill on your couch, bro. They're like, peace out, I can't reside here anymore. But the subconscious mind goes, again, wait, that's familiar. That was a safe part of me. I want that to stay here. And so that's when effort is created and it keeps on repeating those loops. So let go. You know what it's like to hold on to things. What is it like to let go? Just close your eyes for a minute, okay? Just close your eyes for a minute. And maybe just feel your feet on the ground. And perhaps there's an emotion or something that you're feeling or something that's been on your mind that just keeps on being on your mind. And what if you acknowledge it for what it was and said, thank you, and understand what it has been trying to teach you. Absorb its wisdom. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. And now just imagine yourself letting it go into the heart of the earth. Just like letting it go. And bit by bit, as you let these things go, it opens up space for you to anchor in a higher frequency. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, I have room to go shopping now that I donated all my clothes to Goodwill. But if you're trying to buy more clothes and stuff them in the closet that's already full, it's going to be a little tougher. Okay? So we have to let go of these things that once were really, really good for us. And as we acknowledge the gift that it brought into our reality, we can let that go and make room for things that are so much better. And we don't know what that better is, but we can trust and move into a more faithful space of knowing that what is coming in is going to be better because you're not holding on to that other stuff anymore. Your boat is more buoyant now. You're floating a little higher. Okay? As you float a little bit higher, as you become a little bit more present, because you're not thinking so much bad stuff about you, you're thinking better about you, you start becoming this beautiful nest, this beautiful safe home. Beautiful safe home for this puppy, for this baby. And there's no limits in how you can love yourself or not love yourself. We weren't born with any manuals on how to love ourselves. Nobody was. And somebody was saying to me earlier today, you should go do ayahuasca. You should go do. I'm like, I don't need that. I don't mind if you do. But I like finding ways without the needs of external medicines or pills or anything like that. I want to know what my body's potential is. just by letting go. Ayahuasca is going to bring to surface those same very things that you'll be letting go of. Or you can just save some money and learn to let go without ayahuasca. And perhaps you can actually experience more of yourself and doing it in your own energy, in your own willingness, in your own divine will. With the grace of who you are and the divinity of who you are and what you're shifting into. You can let go and allow the integration of the newness to lift you up into a whole new way. The ascension process, we're moving from a carbon-based DNA into a crystalline-based DNA. Our light bodies, we are turning into magical, radical beings. Okay? And a lot of people are going, but the world is on fire, oh my God. The world that I live in, no, it's not. But, here's one of the things that we're only in control of our own selves and our own actions. And even then, it's kind of tricky, huh? So, surrender to the fact that it's only yours if you choose to hold on to it. And the more you hold on to, the heavier it gets, the more it weighs you down. And this is why I'm always talking about grounding and meditation, because it allows you to detach from any emotions, allows you to detach from anybody else's pain. It allows you to detach and go, wait, what am I responsible for? I'm responsible for feeding my belly, for brushing my teeth, for sleeping when it's time to sleep. I'm responsible for my family. Whatever you got going on. But just make damn sure that the amount that you give to yourself is just as much, if not more, than what you give to others. That is how you cure your anxiety. That is how you start resolving any fear-based realities. Self-care. Okay? I don't know about you. I don't like being afraid. And I know that living in a world of faith is an option. Just like living in a world of fear, it's just that fear is what is societally acceptable. Fear, guilt, shame. All of these disempowering illusions is what has been known as comfortable. So who really knows what it's like to feel comfortable while thriving? I'm still learning, but in order to get there, I have to let go. I have to let go of anything that's been holding me back. So what did I do to do that? Hey, subconscious mind, why don't you try this? What if you just let go of everything? What if you let go of the need to label things with your mind and identify them? What if you let go of the need to think? What if you let go of the need to help other people? What if you let go of time? What if you let go of expectations? What if you let go of the past? Then, Danny, how present might you be? And how natural will this now moment be for you to create and manifest and align with those manifestations that were created out of negative contrast? This is all law of attraction stuff too, by the way. And you can be in control of it by learning how to heal yourself, by assisting your body with it balancing itself. Okay? These are very magical times, and on the other side of healing yourself is more magic than you'd ever understand. It's pretty amazing. And it's about to get more amazinger. Okay? So, in the meantime, just check in with yourself. Am I meeting my basic needs? Did that help everybody? It's funny how we get so wrapped up in the habit of trying to be busy that we don't even realize that, oh wow, I've been discounting myself. I've been discounting myself and then blaming other things outside of me for me not feeling well. Thanks, Josh. Good to see you, buddy. Love you too. So, we got to try new things if the old things aren't working. So let go. Let go. Let go. Okay? And yeah, these are all things what I'm going through. And again, I'm retreating and going into my Cancerian hermit mode. And I'm taking care of all of me. All of it. I've been basically in my studio for 2 days straight, not doing a damn thing, not even listening to music. Just sitting here and being with myself. And I'm able to do it. And I don't go crazy. It's great. But what's going to start happening for me is that moving more into this embodiment phase, and as I align and raise in frequency even more by letting go, all the opportunities are going to start coming to me because I'll have the energy for them, but I'll be more in alignment with everything that I've been manifesting. And that's really when people go, the ascension process is about leaving the planet. No. It's about honoring what you can do here. It's about tapping into your infinite potential. And if your infinite potential requires you to have electricity and water and a job, then do that. If it fuels you, do it. It's building momentum. We are accessing our potential, and that is our purpose. Is to access this potential. The mind is the only thing that limits us, and this is why also we are being anchored more into our hearts. So the heart-centered reality of walking in innocence and knowing that I forgive you, the universe forgives you. There's no need to hold on anymore, so let it go. Let it go. You don't need to hold on. Let go. It's safe where we're going. It's safe. Okay? So, you are safe. You are empowered to make safe changes in your life. You are empowered to create safe ways of being. Create safe environments. If you're not in one now, you can. And just know that you will be cared for. That's the magic. When you opt to release for one thing which was toxic for something that is better, that's when magic happens. but it's your will. You're allowing the freedom to move into that forward steps that will allow you to access that magic. Otherwise, you'll ping pong with judgment back and forth in your head until you go crazy. When the universe is saying, yo, trust me. And you're like, no, it's comfortable here. Oh, you don't know me. Yeah, it does. It knows you. Let go. Okay. I hope this has been a help for you. And yeah, I'm going to go crystal hunting tomorrow. We had some rain today. So right after the storms and right after the rain is when it's the